Krishna. Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hey, good morning, Madhusudan. Thanks for coming. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So what happened to Lalita? Is it her electricity down all the time? I bet that's the problem over there. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare. Good morning. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Oh my Lord, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Lord. Oh yeah. Hey. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, oh my Lord, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, 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 Shri Advaita, Shri Advaita, Shri Advaita, Shri Advaita, Shri Advaita, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Vishvambara Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. Oh my Lord, Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga. Gauranga, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna. Nityananda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, oh my Lord, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna, oh my Lord. Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Sri Radha, Radhika, Stochara, Sata Nama Stotram by Raghunath Das Goswami.
Thanks for using.
Some maidservant, unable to find her mistress. Some maidservant, unable to find her mistress. Some maidservant, unable to find her mistress, has fallen on the bank of Radhakund. Some maidservant, unable to find her mistress, has fallen down the bank of Radhakund. Some maidservant who is unable to find her mistress has fallen on the bank of Radhakund, crying in great anxiety, crying in great anxiety, crying in great anxiety, being very eager to take exclusive shelter of her lotus feet, being very eager to take exclusive shelter at her lotus feet, glorifying her by singing the following names of her: Radha, Radha, Gandharvika, Radha, Gandharvika, Gandharvika, the only girl desired by the Prince of Raj. The only girl, the only girl desired by the Prince of Raj. The only girl desired by the Prince of Raj. Who is worshipped by the Gandharva angels? Who is worshipped by the Gandharva angels? Who is worshipped by the Gandharva angels? Whose luster is like the moon? 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 Who accompanies Madhava? Who accompanies Madhava? Who accompanies Madhava? Uh, Damodar's unrivaled girlfriend. Damodar's unrivaled girlfriend. Damodar's unrivaled girlfriend. Damodar's unrivaled girlfriend. The queen who bestows fame upon Kartik, the girl, the queen who bestows fame upon Kartik, the girl who bestows fame, the girl who bestows fame on Kartik, the girl who bestows fame on Kartik. Kartik month, the crest jewel of Mukunda's lady friends, the crest jewel, the crest jewel, the crest jewel of Mukunda's lady friends, the crest jewel of Mukunda's lady friends, who worships the sun, 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 who belongs to King Vishnu Banu, who belongs to King Vishnu Banu, who belongs to King Vishnu Banu, who belongs to King Vishnu Banu. Who is born from the king of Vishnubhanu? Who is born from the king of Vishnubhanu? Ananda Manjari's older sister. Ananga Manjari's older sister. Ananga Manjari's older sister. Ananga Manjari's older sister. Sri Ram's younger sister. Sri Ram's younger sister. The greatest female. The greatest female. The greatest female. Kirtida's daughter. Kirtida's daughter. Who is the nectarian object of her mother's affection? Who is the nectarian object of her mother's affection? Who is the nectarian object of her mother's affection? Who is the same age as Vishaka, and who is dearer than life to Vishaka? Who is dearer than life to Vishaka? Who is none other than Lalita's very life? 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 Enjoys in Vrindavan. Enjoys in Vrindavan. Enjoys in Vrindavan. Enjoys in Vrindavan. Who saves Lalita's life lakhs of times? Who saves Lalita's life lakhs of times? Who saves Lalita's life lakhs of times? Oh, my Lord. The Queen of Vrindavan, the Queen of Vrindavan, the Queen of Vrindavan, the Queen of Vrindavan, the Queen of Vrindavan. Who is dear to Mother Yashoda as Krishna? 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 Who is the only life of the life of cows? Who is the only life of the life of cows? Who is the only life of the life of the cows, cowherdsmen, and the cowherd girls of Raj? Who is the only life of the cows, the cowherdsmen, and the cowherd girls of Raj? Who is the object of King Nanda's affection? Who is the object of King Nanda's affection? Who gets parental affection from Balaram? Who gets parental affection who gets parental affection from Balaram, who is the object of Govinda's love, who is the object, who is the object, who is the object of Govinda's love, who is the object of Govinda's love, who is the object of Govinda's love. Govinda is eager to serve his Sarabi cows, who is very eager to go to Nandishvara for serving Krishna, who is very eager to going to Nandishvara for serving Krishna, who is regarded as non-different from her by Dynista, who is regarded as non-different from her by Dynista and seen in her meditations. Dynista is Yashoda's maidservant, who is seen in Mother Yashoda's kitchen, 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 whose crooked grains increase Krishna's life, whose cooked grains increase Krishna's life, whose head is smelt by Rohini. Okay. Save some more for later. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Chapter 23, Majja Lila. The most munificent Supreme Personality of Godhead, known as Gaura Krishna, distributed to everyone, even to the lowest of men, his own confidential treasury in the form of the nectar of love of himself. And the holy name. This was never given to the people at any time. I therefore offer my respectful obeisances to him. All glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and all glories to Lord Nityananda. All glories to Advaita Acharya, and all glories to all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued, now hear, O Sanatan, about the result of devotional service, which is love of Godhead. Just love of Godhead. Man. See, love of Godhead. Simple, right? Pretty straightforward. Love of Godhead. Love of God. Hey, this devotion, this love, it's never been given to the people in general like this. So easy. Ah, ah. I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto him. All glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and all glories to Lord Nityananda, and all glories to Advaita Charya, and all glories to all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued, now hear, O Sanatan, about the result of devotional service. When one develops an unflinching sense of ownership or the possessiveness in relationship to Lord Vishnu, or in other words, one thinks that Vishnu and no one else to be the only object of love, such an awakening is called bhakti, devotion, by exalted persons. Yeah. It's like we were reading this morning. Okay, no problem. This is here. Okay. Yeah. What was I saying? God. Ah. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Let's try something else here. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Ah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So Tom, read us something here. My mind's a little fickle right now. I don't know what to do. Yeah. Yeah, read in Chaitanya Bhagavat. Read some of that. Chapter 6. You can read chapter 6. Madhya Lila. Yeah. Yeah. You know, I was just noticing how wonderful this potency is. You know, like you could just, it just doesn't leave, you know, it just, even if you're, you know, involved in the world, you know, and that's what the Lord showed by his example. Once he gives himself to you, this love for himself, see, love for Krishna, love for God, you know, it's like a forever thing. It's wonderful. And yeah, you know, like I've been engaging, you know, I never used to like to go into banks. It seems so mundane to me, you know. It's like, ooh, banks, you know, they go in there, you just don't like banks. But you know, they've started things. It's like, I think this is Krishna with this crypto thing. It's like you can be your own bank. It's like, and then it's amazing. It's fascinating how you know, you're working. You can give yourself loans, you know, and you're in charge of everything. It's unbelievable, man. I've been having so, it's like playing a Monopoly game or something, you know. It's completely, it's like, you know, it's, you know, but yeah, so anyway, even involvement. So to that's like a word to me. It's like a game, and it's amazing. Like where people are actually ultimately meant for sovereignty, not for slavery, because they use everything, the banks and the government, everything to enslave people because of the system Maya, what Maya does. And when you get freedom of that, then everything becomes easy, and natural. And it's like getting free of the matrix, free of the see the matrix. You got to know who the architect is, and you got to know who controls the architect, and transcend. The architect is like, it's like the Brahma, Shiva, and Vishnu in this world. So they control it. They create it. They maintain it for a while and then destroy it, and then they just have their servants who are part of keeping this thing going. You notice, isn't that interesting? Everyone's a servant. That's why in the full realization, when you transcend this, is you see everyone is a servant of Krishna. See, so because you transcend, the only thing keeping people in the pastime absorbed in this is hate, love, and hate. Love for it and hate for it, hate of it, hate of the way the Lord is working in this world, or love for it. See, so the devotees are neutral because they transcend it into a higher form of love. See, this is this thing for love of Krishna is a spiritual. It's in the spiritual dimension, spiritual level of consciousness. That's why it looks, if an outsider comes here and sees all this stuff and chanting in ecstasy and all these, tears and crying and laughter and all that stuff, they think it's insane. See, because it's part of the spiritual dimension. The Lord came here to demonstrate this and to distribute this love for himself being a transcendental object. See, himself is also in the material world here. Himself is Brahma, Shiva, and Vishnu. That's himself, but on that level in that world of they call Maha Maya. This is Maha, big Maya, and it illusions the person. You become confused and bewildered here, and you forget who you really are. See, remembering who we are is ultimately, that's why you need to see the devotees who remember who they are, who are remembering. See the verb in action by engaging in devotional service, remembering who they are, remembering who they're related to. Okay? And you see the joy in that, the excessive joy in that, the transcendental joy in that. It's nothing like it. It's just like there's nothing like Krishna. There's nothing like his love, his ecstasy. Mute your microphone till I'm ready here. Yeah, there's nothing. It's fantastic. And so the Lord, this has never been given to the world before, and so now the Lord is decided to give it again. We got the authorization to distribute this kind of bhakti, and gradually people will see, that this is a great gift that we got. I mean, I'm amazed. People, you get this gift, and you can be in any position in your world, like you could be a pounds and shillings man. That's what the Lord, he had devotees who had the same love that these sannyasis and renunciates had. Same love. They loved Krishna. They had love of God. They loved Lord Chaitanya, who is Radha and Krishna. If you love Lord Chaitanya, you love Radha and Krishna because he's Radha and Krishna combined, one form. Yeah. And if you love a devotee, you're loving Radha and Krishna too. If they're a devotee of Lord Chaitanya, of course, because they love Radha and Krishna. Okay, so if you love them, you're loving Radha and Krishna because they carry that potency. See, that's how easy it can be in this world. Is you come across and develop faith in this, faith in this realization, faith in these words, faith that these are true. And see that you can't compare them with the false acharyas. Say, well, I was cheated by, these the guru who was looking like you and acting. Yeah, well, Pundraka was looking like Krishna too, but he had two false arms. See, it was imitating. See, so when you see there's the real deal, they always come side by side. You got to get through the false devotee, the false acharya, the false prophet. It's always like that. You got to distinguish that out. So you have to see the real deal. You have to see somebody actually empowered by the transcendental Lord in this world. You got to hear from them. You got to get purified. You got to get your consciousness and your vibration raised to the transcendental platform by association with some rare person like that at some rare time, place, and circumstance, which is here now. Otherwise, you miss the boat. Who knows when it'll happen again? Do you think, yeah, if this consciousness, this kind of worship wasn't here, you think it would be here? You think it would happen? It doesn't happen. It hasn't happened. It's not happening in all these sanghas. They're still on the level of Vaidhi, practicing devotional service on the level of practice without this supreme result manifesting that everybody can see here. Yeah. And developing. Okay? There's a development here. It's beautiful. Yeah, people can get the greatest consciousness here, and we'll prove it. We'll prove that this, like in the Matrix movie, people giving ports on it, their ideas and everything. But this is the best. This is the best I've seen. This is the most complete explanation of the Matrix, practically, because everything is they caught up in some kind of matrix here. Some kind of control system. People being controlled and acting, being forced to be controlled, and more by AI, artificial intelligence now starting to be the control mechanism. And so people have to transcend it. There's no other option, really. Okay? Because you'll always be caught. You see, people are caught in love and hate of it. They either comply with it and love their torturers, or they hate them. And that keeps you in the matrix. You have to come to the neutral position, which is by transcending it. You have to love the Lord in his transcendental manifestation. You have to love that Lord, and then you go neutral on this and transcend it that way. Yeah. See, they couldn't show that as an analogy fully in the end of the movie there, the Matrix Resurrection. They weren't really resurrected because they're still mundane. They're just flying around in the Matrix, creating whatever they want. That's where the New Age movement pretty much is. They're at this point of feeling they can control and manipulate the world, kind of like the demons are doing, the Asuras. See, they're controlling this people's minds, their actions, their bodies by, on a mental level. See, that's like manipulating from the mental sphere, through manipulation and molding everything. See what you can do. And so the people that are a little more higher consciousness, they get into the act. They start manipulating things and molding them in their lives so they live a better materialistic life. Or, maybe something more. But, it's peaking more to the spiritual level. I'm so happy with the fact that you can explain the Matrix and God together. It's giving me a complete image of what, yeah. I mean, yeah, of course, that's why these images and analogies are in this world. They just need to be related to the Lord, the Supreme Lord. That's all that's missing. See, these people that give explanations of the Matrix, so if you look at Neo and Trinity, they transcend the Matrix, right? And now what are they and who are they? They're alone still. See, that's not completely real. That's not complete. They're not still complete. They think they're complete in themselves, but that's still the reflection. Oh yeah, I found Trinity now. I found my partner, my lover, my beloved. But have they really? There's something deeper than that. That's meant to be internal, not external. Like yeah, I found my beloved, some woman, some person in a body that's also in this world and still believing that her partner is something external. No, see, it's explained in this verse. When one understands that the object of love and the only object of love is Krishna, is the Lord, that is called prema. See, that's how you transcend the matrix. See? Trinity in that movie, they're still external. They think that it's in each other. It is, but it isn't. It's in each other, but you can't look to find it in the other person. Oh yeah, my completion I find in that other person. No, that female part that the male is looking for, and the male part that the female is looking for is inside them. That's what Lord Chaitanya showed, and that's what real devotees show also. Those who have transcended the matrix completely. See, that's how you do it. There's the only way to do it. See, now it's all internal, the worship. See, you're not dependent on the Maya and how that's how people are stuck here. They're stuck in this level of consciousness because either hate for it or attachment to it. It's two sides of the same coin. You have to actually love the spiritual object. See, and that's all within. See, the kingdom of God is within and at hand. It can be called up by the devotee in devotional service. Hare Krishna. Okay? Boom. Okay? The Lord appears in the heart, sacrifice. The ultimate sacrifice is happening. The ultimate vibration that purifies the whole universe, actually, this kind of worship. The spirit is eternal and matter is temporary. Is it then meant to be that people transcending the matter? Yeah, I mean, otherwise we don't know who we really are, and that's why people are weak. That's why people are less intelligent naturally. Why they're cripple-minded. See, because their spirit has been lost. They've lost they lost their power. See, there's a big thing. People want to get their power now. They want their power, and they're still looking. It's somewhere outside, or they look inside on an impersonal level, looking for the energy to give them power. Okay, it gives them a little more power. See, but the real power is love, devotion. See, and that real power reveals the true face of God. Who God is. It reveals the mystery. Otherwise, you can't, without love, pure love for the object awakened, we cannot understand the mystery of God. It'll always be a mystery. Okay? And then the mystery is always understanding more and more about the mystery too. That's not like it's an end game, No, it's just the beginning. The mystery is unfolding all the time. It's great. It's fantastic. It's wonderful to learn. It's to discover, to learn, adventure. What do you think? That's why God it's all split off into engagement, into endless, eternal discovery and realization and ecstasies. And yeah. So, yeah, that's how I see it. Yeah, seeing it more and more, yeah. Okay. So coming here is really the beginning of new life, of a new life. Okay. Where you're starting to transcend this matrix here, Matrix of externals. You're externally manipulated and moved by the external energy. See, external energy. external manipulations by you think it's by others, but it's they're also being manipulated. Everybody is in this. Everybody is a servant of this energies of the modes of passion, ignorance, and goodness. Energies or potencies, and people are serving them. They're under the dictates of those energies. Even the ones who are in the higher ups, the ones that are like the uh, the sub controller are under the dictates of this also. So matter exists because of desire. So if people are sending matter, then eventually the universe stops to exist because there is no need for it anymore. No, matter does not exist because of desire. Maybe exists for us in our, like that's why we're here because of it. But matter is always, it comes and goes. Sometimes it all goes back into Vishnu, according to the Vedas, and then comes out and see. So matter, while it's here, is going to exist, whether we have desire for it or not. Just like a devotee who's transcended desire for matter, it doesn't matter to them anymore much. I say much because it has to matter something because we're in this world, man. You gotta deal with life, man. You gotta deal with stuff, objects. So there's some but it doesn't matter that much. See, like it's not all absorbing because now what matters is love of God, love of Krishna. It's the greatest happiness. It's the greatest. It restores our intelligence. Restores our logic. This is why this is good for everybody. What we're teaching, it's good for the sheeple. See, the sheeple that are being manipulated by these matrix subcontrollers, like who are the asuras right now, who are managing this world. See, it's good for the sheeple because then they will get more intelligence and more strength. So the demons or the subcontrollers, at the managers right now, they consider them becoming intelligent as a threat because they think intelligence means that they will hate them. Okay? They will come to become more intelligent and they'll hate them for what they have done to them. And they're right. That's why they're afraid. Also, they're afraid to be found out because they feel that they will hate them. But the path that is taught by the devotees like Prahlad and like we're teaching here, there's no threat because the people who wake up this way will not hate their sub-controllers who have mistreated them. And not really, it's just everybody, it's all action and reaction here, just see, so that you just see you won't, and so that's why the managers of this world now are afraid that people will wake up. That's why they're doing everything they can to keep them, like the lack the information to wake up, and the ones who are trying to wake them up are doing everything they can to get that information out. That's why there's a war, information war. See? But this information is good for everybody. This information will wake up, and if anybody is listening, that's one of that. You just understand the logic of this. Is anybody who does wake up this way, you will not hate your captors. You won't hate them. You'll just see why you're captivated by that, and you've transcended, and then you'll actually help your captors. You won't hate them. You'll actually help them. That was Jesus's mood. That was Lord Chaitanya's mood. He didn't hate anybody. They didn't hate anybody. They just wanted to help everybody, and they could. They have the power to do that. Only they got the power to do that. Demigods who are not self-realized can't do that. We can help everybody here. See? This love, you transcend this, and you won't hate your captors. You'll see, oh, God's behind that too. Yeah. See, now that's transcending the matrix. That's the only way you're going to do it. Otherwise, the matrix will keep you stuck here. There's no way you can transcend the Lord's potency unless you go through the door, the way He's designed it. There's one door, the key maker. You know the key maker and the man. He had the keys. See, He made the keys to the doors. See, but there's only one door that goes out of this matrix. There's all these multiple doors into the one part of the matrix or the other. See, the key maker is actually the bona fide spiritual master empowered by Krishna, by God. See, they make the key. The key is already made. See, but they got to make it again. They got to design it for the time. See, put it into practical use, like a key maker gets it. So it turns the lock in the door, and you can go in to the kingdom of God. Otherwise, you'll be thrown out. Everybody, I've seen this. That's what I noticed. Everybody's trying to go in this way and this way and this path and that path. There's only one real path. That's the devotee. It has always been that way. That's why I love Jesus' preaching. It's always right on, man. The essence. He said, all your paths and all your things you've done and all your studies, all your meditations, all your austerities, everything was leading this to me. See, to the devotee, to the real authorized, empowered devotee, the anointed devotee, and they get you in the kingdom. Okay? They got the key. And if people are not good with that, well, keep on trying this way and that way. Try it by your new age speculations and, go to Buddhism. The Dalai Lama is already lining his followers up for the shot. Go to the ISKCON gurus. They're lining everybody for the kill shot. So it doesn't work. It's not strong enough, is it? Varnashram Dharma is not strong enough, and people are trying to promote that. Try it this way, that way, every way to your, however many lives it takes you to give up. And then just, the Lord will see, this person's beaten down. See, blessed are the poor in spirit. Your spirit is broken by trying to get out of the matrix in this way and that way and every way, and you can't do it. Okay? Your spirit is broken to the point you'll listen to the authorized representative. And simply by hearing, you will attain everything. That's called the easy path without a lot of trouble. But, people need to go through a lot of trouble to get that, to believe in that word. They want to believe in the words of these people that are giving them so many troubles. Because they are not out of the matrix. They're not empowered by the spiritual potency and the spiritual dimension. You're not seeing, when you face such devotees, you face true intelligence, true logic, true clarity, and true eternal happiness. This Ananda. That's its style, man. Okay? And when people just come and they realize, oh, I see, man, I'm tired of beating dead horses. Everything is dead in this world until you find the living devotee who's alive with this bhakti, alive with these truths. See, they live on life. See, this is life. Life is the essence of the scriptures, which is devotion to God and glorifying that. You got to find those. That's where life is. Those who are alive, they live on life, not on death. Without a relationship, an eternal, ecstatic, eternal, real, genuine relationship with the Supreme Lord, in his transcendental manifestation, everything is more or less a lie. Everything is unclear, more or less. See, mode of goodness, a little more clear. Mode of passion, a little less clear. Mode of ignorance, a lot more unclear. Liberation, maybe more clear than goodness. See? But until you know the Lord intimately and ecstatically and truthfully, everything is more or less unclear. Everybody is more or less less intelligence in various degrees. So anyway, if people want their full potential, it's pretty easy. You just come here and you'll see you'll become more clear, more logical, um, more happy in your heart. You'll feel experiences, spiritual experiences that you never dreamed about. You'll know who you are, who you're related to eternally, and you'll be very happy once this thing gets going. Yeah. Once you start, getting through all of these complicated meshes that you've, you know, been going through. For you to all is spiritual energy. It's only manifest as gross, less subtle. Yeah, exactly. That's all it is. Just energy transformations. See? So we have the equipment as a human being, the least amount of species, the human beings. We have the equipment to realize God. That's why the Lord came here to give, even to the lowest people. He said, "Well, I'll just give it to them and get this thing working in them." Get their equipment going. It's like a person coming here and giving a boost of a very dead battery. And so people's batteries are dead. Doesn't matter. Even your mode of goodness, you got a dead battery. Mode of passion, you got a dead battery. Mode of ignorance, you got a dead battery. So the Lord said, I'm going to jumpstart them all. I'll just give them all a boost. Okay? Better get this boost than the booster Fauci's got for you. One lady was complaining, she was so irate. She's just a mainstream person, kind of. She said, look at this. The Pfizer guy comes on and talk about characters, man. I tell you, the Lord is so funny in this way. He has all these characters, this Schwab, it sounds like a Nazi, guy. And then this other guy, the Pfizer guy, sounded just like him. Well, it's the first two shots. They don't do anything, actually. It gives you very little, if any, and he said it really fast, if anything, protection. But then we got, and then the booster, there's a very, if anything, also another thing. And then he said, well, we got a booster for the Omicron thing. And we have great hopes for that. And then he says, you said that about the other two shots and the boosters. And now you're saying, now we got to get another thing in us. And we've trusted you. See, and the anger, the hate, they're waking up. The mainstream person waking up and hating their captors, hating their lies, like this. That's why these guys are doing everything to keep them asleep, because they don't, they're afraid. Turn on. But anyway, the Lord's will is what it is, people wake up or don't wake up. But here, I tell you, this is the best way, man. This is not a threat to anybody. Everybody will become so intelligent. You won't be dependent on these on the material resources so much. The Lord will, just like the Lord, everything comes from Him and through Him. That starts to happen for you because you've taken shelter of the supreme subtle of all subtle forms of the Lord. See, the Lord came to give us that ability to do so. Otherwise, it's very hard to have that qualification. So giving God's senses pleasure, then you are alive in God, or death in matter if you want to enjoy independence. Yeah, well, giving God senses, yeah. See, it's all God's senses anyway. See, the illusion makes you think they're your senses. If you're enjoying matter, it's just an illusion. It's the Lord's senses, even on that level. Everything belongs and is owned by the Lord. The illusion makes you think that you own it. Yeah. This is what material illusion does. You think you're the only thing that the devotee feels that they possess, really, a real devotee, who is deep into this realization is God. They possess the Lord. They feel that is their prized possession. Everything else comes and goes except the Lord. That's what I was saying. If you get this gift just by coming around devotees here who have this gift, this will be forever, even though you're in your job. I mean, lately I've been actually enjoying, I've been actually really excited and enjoying being a pounds and shillings man. I don't know why. I just love being a banker. I couldn't believe it, man. I hate banks usually. I used to hate the banks. And now it's like I feel like I'm the bank, I'm the teller. I'm the executive, and you write yourself your own loans, you distribute it, and you use it. It's like unbelievable. I think this is fascinating how the Lord has done this. And that's why again a lot of people consider it a threat. Because this crypto thing is amazing, and the government considers it a big threat. But you see, everybody can use it. They can use this, and they'll see. This is all. It's all the will of the Lord. He's trying to help everybody realize what's really good for them and best for them. And his devotees, who have realized his transcendental self, they know better, and they try to help people. Hey, help everybody. I love to help some demons and asuras. They could get this. Prahlad, he was preaching to demons, and many of them, they became self-realized because they listened. He said, just listen to my words. And just by developing faith in my words, you can know what I know. And that's the secret, man. People have to see and become attracted to see how beautiful this kind of worship is, how perfect it is, how exemplary it is, how intelligent it is that the persons are under, how logical and how ecstatically happy they are. And then they'll say, oh, well, then listen. And then if they listen, they will transcend very easily this illusion. Because it's all by accepting the word. Like I've made this word that I read in the scriptures, the revelations I get, it's my God, it's my Lord. And I get this result. See, the Lord, because of this ecstatic worship, Bhagavad Gita 10:10, because of this worship, the Lord in ecstatic love, Krishna gives the intelligence. He gives a revelation. He gives real knowledge, the realizations to find his way back home. So this is my life and soul, these realizations, this understanding, this ecstasy, these truths. See? And so this is called preaching. So I preach them out. Whoever comes to accept them as I accept them, you become like your teacher. That's why people are getting this kind of ecstatic worship according to their particular ras with the transcendental Lord. Well, see, crypto, there's no answer to the money problem other than self-realization there, Sim. There's no answer. And then when you found the answer, when you found God, when you found this relationship with the Lord, then everything related to the Lord can be used. If it's not useful, you don't use it. If crypto is useful, you use it. If the money system in the world is useful, you use it. Whatever you can engage things according to their use. That's all. You become neutral. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, the thing is, the bank. See, the bank. What I see, it's a subtle thing. So the bank in the crypto thing is you making money out of thin air, actually, and that's what God does. Out of thin air, He creates all these. It's just out of His. So it's more subtle how that's working. and then people, but actually, as I said, whatever is useful, whether it's crypto, whether it's whatever money the world comes up with, and when you have realization of God, you just utilize it for that. It's just not just whatever it is. But anything when it's not connected to the Lord, including ourselves and our minds and our hearts and our voices, our words, that's not connected is illusion. That's all. Simple. So it's practical. I like it. The Lord showed me his practical side. All right, go ahead, Tom. Read. You can read now.
You'd like me to start with Madhyakanda chapter 6 in the beginning of the chapter?
Yes, the beginning. Why? Did you have some other idea?
Yeah, it was open on the fourth page.
All right, let's try it. Try it. Let's see what happens.
Fifth page.
Yeah, go for it. Be creative.
Now perform my worship, the Lord said. Now perform my worship, the Lord said. Having received this instruction, Advaita Acharya Prabhu began to worship the Lord's lotus feet in great ecstasy. First, he washed his feet with scented waters and then covered them with highly scented oil. Whoa. He dipped tulasi manjaris into sandalwood paste and placed them upon the Lord's lotus feet. He dipped tulasi manjaris into sandalwood paste and placed them upon the Lord's lotus feet. Then, as tears of love flowed unrestrictedly from his eyes, he began to offer worship with flowers, scents, incense, frankincense, and lamps.
Yeah, this kind of worship is going on just from the devotee. The flame the Lord is looking is that passion. The feeling for the worship. See, he's looking for that. I mean, otherwise, it's just external rituals. I don't know. I mean, it's fine for beginners, and in some lifetime they'll figure it out. But the whole point of all that external is an internal feeling. The internal feeling, the flame, the different scents, the scent. The Lord, he smells this kind of worship. This kind of worship, it's got a fragrance to it. See, so when you see this kind of worship, the Lord's looking for this kind of fragrance in His worship. With the passion, with the flame of the heart. With the tears, they'll see the waters water of the tears, instead of having it into conchs there. So Advaita is doing it externally, but internally it's going on too, for him. See, that's why I say, if you're like that, on that, ecstatic inside, it's going on. He's just doing the external show for, neophytes. or actually he's enjoying it too, just enjoying offering it like this. Some devotees, they like to do things like that. It's their fun. Yeah. Some devotees like Haridas, they just like to chant and be that paraphernalia. They don't have to do anything external to do it. They are the paraphernalia for the worship. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I have a question.
Okay.
So our personal offerings, they are coming naturally from our internal.
Yeah. Well, they're represented externally. It's just like everything is trying to, they're like codes, external codes. They're like talesmen that lead you to the deeper place if you have the understanding. They're the shadows of the truth. The truth is being, this is the shadows are shimmering. That's just a shadow of the truth. The real truth is it's all going on inside, and you worship the Lord. That's why the Lord showed this kind of worship himself and his devotees just by chanting the holy name. See, all this paraphernalia gets going inside. The tears, see the water and the conchs, the tears, the fragrance, the incense, which is this flavor of worship. It's got a scent to it. And the flame is the passion. See, so these articles, then they have varieties, 16 varieties of kinds of worship. That's all these various mellows of worship, the mellows that the devotees are tasting. See, so it's all about something going on inside the heart of a devotee. And most people they're stuck in the rituals. Or not, they're doing the rituals, and as long as they'll do it until they're looking for something deeper, and then they may still do the ritual. I mean, that's why you could still do these practices, but you'll do it with heart, like Advaita. You be like Advaita and do it if you want to, if that's your thing. He was a Brahmin, he likes stuff like that.
So they are external shadows or reflections of our original greed.
Yeah, it's just all it's like outside. You see, you're looking outside for this. Devotees are showing, oh yeah, Krishna is the object, chanting with passion and with ecstatic love and the tears and everything. It's like that. It's like going to the temple and seeing that being done. But they're doing it, just with the name and their internal feelings and expressions.
Ja,
Okay, go ahead.
ik ben erbij.
There she is. It's been a long time no see. So give us some news. You have any words for us?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Okay. I love you all.
That's a great word.
Yeah. Even Tom. I want his address to send him his present.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Tom's going to get a present. All right.
Yeah, but he's not giving me his address.
Why?
I don't
He
know.
will.
I don't know.
Yeah. So give her your address after this.
I will give her the material address, yes.
Give her the material address. She'll give you a spiritual gift.
Yeah. Calendar from you.
Oh, wow. There we go.
Yeah. And some guitar strings.
Oh, wow. That's great, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
I think Francis, he has my material address also.
Schatteke, heb jij Tom zijn adres? No, he hasn't.
You drove to here, but I will send you.
Okay, great.
Okay,
now I will
Tom.
shut up.
So read on there.
Then, as tears of love flowed unrestrictedly from his eyes, he began to offer worship with flowers, scents, incense, frankincense, and lamps. Whoa. He then offered a lamp of 5 flames. While chanting prayers, after which everyone jubilantly glorified the Lord. He continued to worship the Lord strictly according to the injunctions of the scriptures, offering the 16 types of paraphernalia as well as flower garlands, clothes, and ornaments. He then glorified the Lord with the verse, O my Lord, you are the well-wisher of the cows and the brahmanas, and you are the well-wisher of the entire human society and the world. O my Lord,
Isn't that
you
a
are the
beautiful
well-wisher.
quality? Isn't that a beautiful quality? The well-wisher of the world and society. This is what I'm trying to say. When you transcend this illusion, the matrix, you don't hate anybody. You don't hate the demons. You don't hate the demigods if you're a demon, you know? And then you become the well-wisher of everybody, like Prahlad was, like every real devotee is. See, and people will find rest in you. The demons will find rest in your vibration. The demigods will find rest because you're not trying to hurt them or harm them. The Lord, you become like the Lord in that sense, like a well-wishing friend to everybody. Okay? This is what the Lord wants to make everybody live in, that kind of consciousness. See, that's the only way there will be peace in this world is by this kind of process. And it appears that the Lord is going to make it so in due course. I mean, there's so many prophecies about this, in the Bible and in the Vedas. Okay? Lord Chaitanya is a big part of this, is probably the main part. And where everybody will be like this, because it's the best way to be. It's the best happiness. It's the best of everything. Best intelligence, the best foundation for our lives. It's where immortality is, that the demons are looking to. They want to live forever, and they keep, cloning things and trying all kinds of material ways to do it. But this is the way to do it. This is the best way. You become as good as God in that way. See, isn't that? Now, that's why I say, that's what Prabhupada used to say that, but people have misused that because they're trying to imitate it. You're not as good as God unless you have those qualities. See, good as God means good as God. Are you like that? Are you a well-wishing friend to everybody? Or is your message only for good people, and bad people, they can't take of that? No, my Lord's not like that. Lord Chaitanya came to give even to the lowest people, even to demons or demigod, whoever will accept the gift. And this gift, you become more intelligent than anybody. You become more intelligent than the greatest personalities in this world that have been here without this kind of relationship. Because you don't have this relationship with the Lord, you're less intelligent. I don't care if you're Socrates, or Einstein and everything. Unless you have this developed this relationship, you're less intelligent. Doesn't matter how much material knowledge and through relativities going through your brain and everything. Doesn't matter. It's all material. This spiritual intelligence is, is the essence of everything. Because everything truly has some spiritual relationship, either directly or indirectly. If you have this intelligence, you have the whole picture. That's what it's about. Get the whole picture in there, man. Not everything else is part of the picture. Okay? See, holy, holistic. See, so all of these words mean something. They're actually representing the whole picture. See? Okay, go ahead there, Tom.
O my Lord, you are the well-wisher of the cows and the brahmanas, and you are the well-wisher of the entire human society and the world. Advaitacharya Prabhu offered his worship with this verse, and then began to recite verses from the scriptures in praise of the Supreme Lord. All glories to the Lord of everyone's heart. All glories to the Lord of everyone's heart. Lord Vishvambara. Lord Vishvambara. All glories to Lord Gaurachandra, the ocean of mercy. All glories to Lord Gaurachandra, the ocean of mercy. All glories to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the source of all incarnations. All glories to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the source of all incarnations. The source of all incarnations. He comes to confirm that his devotees are always right. He comes to confirm that his devotees are always right. Whoa.
That's a good one, isn't it, Tom? I like
This
that
is
too.
it. This is it.
Nobody believed Jesus at first. No, he's not. And the spirit, no, he's a liar. He's a cheater, right? And they always, and so it's always like that. The Maya first reacts, no, he's really telling the lies. He's a cheater. He's this and that and that. And then he comes to confirm his devotees are always right. Same thing, Lord Chaitanya, same thing. They went against him. They were railroading him out of town. And then when they found that the Lord confirmed that he was right. Now, how did he confirm this? That the Lord is right. See, with Jesus and with Lord Chaitanya, the Lord awoke in other people's heart, and they said, "Very good." They're convinced by the witnesses. This is why we're going to win. We always win. We always come when there's a winning hand. You've got a winning hand. So the Lord will convince everybody that it's always, you see, this is how you know the Lord is coming again this way, because it's always the same thing. People, now go hurry in this group. They're crazy. They're blah, blah, blah. They always do the same thing, right? So we're in the right place there, right, Radha? Isn't that perfect? This is perfect timing, man. We're right on schedule. And all the fights, go hurry. He's deluded. He's delusional. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, do your job, man. My Lord's going to prove that these words are right. He's already done it. It's already, if you're intelligent, you come here for a while, you see the Lord has given that love of God to people. See, it's confirmed in the book. See, comes to prove that these words are correct. See? Like, when my second disciple, after just being there like a week or two or something, not a very long time at all. And she was just a kind of a Christian business lady, the older lady. And all of a sudden she gets the darshan of Krishna. Really? I mean, I was sitting there and I didn't see, but I felt the energy and I saw, what was going on in her, and her external features and all these things and what she was seeing and her comments. She's bilocated. And she says, wow, who is this beautiful person up there sitting in this tree, in this forest of flowers and tree of... And she was seeing Vrindavan, man. Didn't know anything about it. Was only there a week or two. His voice is so deep and he's talking to me. And he says, because of your guru, you're getting my darshan. She said that to me. I said, what is he saying to you? She says, because of your guru, you're getting my darshan. And I didn't really get the significance fully then. But now I do. See? Because this is the way the Lord is working. If you want Vrindavan, he's coming here. You'll get the darshan. Everybody is getting that darshan. He's awakening in your hearts. See? Not everybody right away, because people are at different stages. But whoever's, on this is the gravy train, man. You're on the gravy train. Gravy will come. Yeah. See? So the Lord comes to prove the words of his devotees are true. And he'll come and prove, he's already come and proved that these words are true. Just a few know it right now. Gradually, people will see, oh yeah, this is where, we want love of God. We just go over to this dispensary. We're like a dispensary. Say you want marijuana, right? They have medical dispensaries, and you go there and then you get it, but you can't go anywhere to get it. They don't sell it just anywhere. You got to go to a dispensary. So if you want to get drunk on love of God, you got to come here. See, we're dispensed that. We're a dispensary for this devotion to Krishna. See? So you got to come here and
For marijuana, we go to Holland. For we go to Maastricht. And for spiritual liberation, we come to you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, like that.
Till sometimes I listen to you and then I forget. And then my husband asks, what was the class about? And then I say, I forget.
Yeah. I also
But
forget. I don't know. I can't. Yeah. You got to catch it in the moment while it's happening. Yeah. So anyway, that's how the Lord does it. He proves the words of his devotees true. That's why so many people believe in Jesus when everybody turned against him at the time. But because his words were true, you shall get the Holy Spirit, and people did. That believed in his word, in his preaching. And it's always the same thing. He said, whoever believes in my word, their sins will be forgiven. And that's when the Holy Spirit can come. So that's the same thing. It happens. Preach this all the time, man. Whoever believes in this preaching, you will get this spirit of devotion will awaken, because that's what we're here for. That's the mission. I'm not here to give you a bunch of rules and regulations. That's already been done. Time for the juice now. Time for the nectar. Who's ready for the nectar? Ready? Or you just want your whole life to be about rules and regulations and ceremonies and externals? Yeah. You ready to be the paraphernalia for the worship? It's more juicy, more wonderful. Yeah, go ahead. Oh, actually, River, you want to read a little bit now? She's asleep. Okay, keep going there, Tom.
Okay.
Unless you want to, do you want to read a little bit, Radhe? No? Okay. Go ahead, Tom.
All glories to the Lord of everyone's heart, Lord Vishvambara. All glories to the Gaura Chandra, the ocean of mercy. All glories to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the source of all incarnations. He comes to confirm that his devotees are always right.
Yeah. Just one more thing on that. That just came to me. See, he comes to confirm it. So how does he come? He comes in the form of love of Krishna. See, that's the confirmation. Because that's him. See, otherwise, even if the Lord came and you can't recognize the Lord, then it's not like he's come, but you didn't recognize. But when he comes and awakens in your heart, love of Krishna, devotion to Krishna, see the full Godhead appears in your heart. You proved the words of the devotees true. That was the witness program with early Christians, especially. Oh, okay, you're hearing attentively. Okay, go ahead. Yeah. 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 So he comes in that way, and then it's confirmed. And that's why the witnesses, that's why people believe in and that Jesus was correct, because they are witnesses that works. And people here, they believe that their guru is correct here because they're getting inner confirmation inside. The Lord is confirming from within. See, the people can't get that confirmation if you're not a bona fide guru. If you're, saying I'm going to deliver you and all that, and you're not awakening this love, you're not empowered yet to do that. You haven't been given that authority. Jesus was. Lord Chaitanya was. His devotees were, who God received the mercy, and we are also. So proof is now, where is the confirmation that the words of these persons are real gurus? So where's the confirmation that they can bring you into the kingdom? The Lord has to appear in the temple of your heart to prove it. Okay? That the words of his devotee is true. Isn't it lovely the way the Lord works? It's just it's so unique. See, so if he doesn't appear in your heart, then you won't know. Be just like when Krishna appeared physically, right? Appeared before the washermen in 10th canto, but he didn't appear in his heart. He hated him. See, he was still in Maya. He was against the Lord. So the Lord appeared physically. So it's more important for him to appear in your heart. Because if he appears physically and also appears in your heart, okay, now you can recognize him. Otherwise, you can't recognize him. That's the secret. See, the devotees can recognize the Lord in his name because of devotion. Okay? If you don't have this devotion awakened in your heart, then you cannot recognize that the Lord is in his name. You may believe it because of religious reasons. Okay? But you won't recognize it. You need that devotion. Then you can take advantage of appreciation and relish and great happiness in that recognition. See, that's how important Radha is. See, that's this we're reading about her glories, chanting about her glories from Raghunath Das. That's why it says she's the chief of Lord Madhava's girlfriends. Hey, that's this devotion. That's Radha. See? This devotion, who is Radha, is the secret of the gopis. That appeared there, because they're friends with Radharani. See, a very close relationship. That's their life is that devotion, that love for Radha and her friendship. Okay, go ahead there, Tom. I think you're muted.
Thank you. I wrote down, when and where does she appear? Radharani. Oh my God. All glories. He comes to confirm that his devotees are always right. All glories to him who feels great joy beholding the exquisite beauty of Lakshmi Devi. All glories to him who feels that great joy beholding the exquisite beauty of Lakshmi Devi. Oh my God. All glories to him who feels great joy beholding the exquisite beauty of Lakshmi Devi. All glories to the Lord who is decorated with the mark of Srivatsa and is decorated with the Kaustuba gem. oh my God. I remember your words, Sri Karidas. There's always room for progress. There has to be some room for progress. You were saying that when asking, is there anyone already having this symptoms of fainting? There's always room for progress. All glories to Lord Vishwambara, who is propagating the chanting of the Maha Mantra. All glories to Lord Vishwambara, who is propagating the chanting of the Maha Mantra. Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. all glories to him, for he manifests the pastimes of a pure devotee, just to teach the living entities the process of surrendered devotional service unto him. Wow, this is wow. All glories to him, for he manifests the pastimes of a pure devotee, just to teach the living entities the process of surrendered devotional service unto him. Oh, I have to write down the number of this page, 305. All glories to Sri Mahaprabhu. All glories to Sri Mahaprabhu, who lies on the bed. All glories to Sri Mahaprabhu, who lies on the bed of Ananta Shesh. all glories to the only supreme shelter of all living entities. Oh my Lord. You are Lord Vishnu, you are Krishna, and you are Narayan. You are Lord Vishnu, you are Krishna, and you are Narayan. You are eternal, and you have appeared as Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, and Vamna. In every yuga, you protected and maintain the Vedic principles. You are Lord Ramachandra, the life of Mother Janaki. You are Lord Ramachandra, the life of Mother Janaki, and the destroyer of all the demons, and the destroyer of all the demons. You gave a boon to the Chandala Guhaka, and you liberated Mother Devahuti. You appeared as Lord Nrsimhadev just to protect your beloved devotee Prahlad Maharaj. And in that incarnation, you slew his father, Hiranyakashipu. You are the most precious jewel of the Vedas and the best of the Brahmanas. You have appeared in Nilachala in your deity form to receive the worship of the living entities. You have appeared in Nilachala in your deity form to receive the worship of the living entities. You have appeared in Nilachala in your deity form to receive the worship of the living entities. The four Vedas search for you, and even though you secret yourself from the Vedas, you have mercifully appeared here in Navadvip. The four Vedas search for you, and even though you secret yourself from the Vedas, you have mercifully appeared here in Navadvip. Oh Lord, you are the most expert in hiding yourself. But your pure devotees are just as expert in finding you, at finding you out and revealing you. Oh my God. Oh Lord, you are the most expert in hiding yourself, but your pure devotees are just as expert at finding you out, and revealing you. You have advented to propagate the congregational chanting of the holy name of Krishna.
See, this is
Yeah.
another interesting point. Your devotees are expert at finding you out and revealing you. See, because nobody knows. Only his devotees know. Only by devotion. You see why this path is topmost. It's the only thing that reveals the full extent of the Lord, the true essence of God. That's why the devotees, they're the ones who reveal. You have to find a real devotee, not the false one. False followers, the ones who are, the Lord hasn't been revealed to them. You have to be the real deal. See, the Lord is revealed to them, then they're revealed to you. It's that simple. Pretty simple, isn't it? Find the real devotee, where the Lord has revealed himself to them, and then they reveal it to you. This is the secret teaching of Jesus. Only the Father knows the Son, and the Son knows the Father, and the Son can reveal the Father to whom he chooses. See? So, hey, all you little neos out there, get ready. You're the one.
You
You're going
are
to
the
reveal
real
the one
deal.
in you. Hey, man, I'm just a cryptographer now. A banker. I'm just a banker, man. I'm just a banker. Playing
Spiritual
bank.
bank.
You got to bank on Krishna. That's the main thing.
Uh,
He's the bank. Yeah. All right, go ahead, Tom. Read on. Well, actually, you know what? It's what time is it here? Let's see here. All right, let's. I think. I read a little bit more. What the heck? Go ahead.
Yes, yes, I like that. Well, you are the most expert in hiding yourself, but your pure devotees are just as expert at finding you out and revealing you. You have advented to propagate the congregational chanting of the holy name of Krishna. This is unprecedented. This is unprecedented. And in the entire creation, there is no parallel to you. This is yes. We can apply this to the matrix. This is unprecedented.
You see how it's unprecedented? Nowhere, at no time, has there been any easier path taught to realize the ultimate truth than to just go out and holy names in the society. Unprecedented to make it so easy for anybody and everybody. And so anyway, people are still, they have the false followers they got to get through. The ones who are not really, doing prema sankirtan. Okay, that's fine. That's a good beginning. But this is the real deal. This is prema. This is called prema sankirtan. See, the symptoms of prema are awakening in devotees. Okay? Nowhere. This is unprecedented. And then to distribute it so easily. See? So the Lord did that. And then Srinivas and Narottam and Shamananda took the books of the Goswamis and used those conceptions of also easy distribution of this bhakti, and then got many people to develop this love of God. And we're reviving that again. See, that kind of method of preaching. We take the Goswami books, the books of Prabhupada, and all these acharyas, and use them to awaken this bhakti in others, to teach them the importance of this. People need this siddhanta, the siddhanta of knowing where the devotees really are. Where is a real devotee? What is the false follower? What is a real follower of the path of prema? What is prema? How important is it? What is the goal of life? Is it varnashram dharma? Isn't it? All these things, so that people can have confidence in this simple path of chanting in society of devotees who have real devotion. This is the end game here. See, it ends the game of Maya. You want the end game? This is the end game. End of that kind of game. You don't want. Then now we play real games, the fun ones. Go ahead. There, Roddy, you want to say something? You have to unmute though.
I want to say something, but I don't know how to say it in English. Like chanting. Only by chanting can you express your love for God, or by thinking of God. I do not chant.
Yeah,
but
by
God is
thinking
in my
also,
heart.
because that's part of it.
Okay.
Yeah, well, even whether sometimes thinking comes with the chanting too, or you might just be contemplating, either way. But chanting, when you start chanting in ecstasy, the thinking about the Lord comes also spontaneously. Very interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I think
there.
spontaneously. This morning, my husband left for work and he said, "You are home and you can chant all morning." Huh? But I read some books and I played piano and God is in my heart, but without chanting. Is that wrong?
No, of course not. Yeah. How can it be wrong?
Yeah, I don't know.
You
I'm
want me
not
to deny
so
your experience?
spiritually
Deny?
uplifted
How can
as
I
you
deny your
are.
experience? No. Yeah. There are 9 forms of devotional service. Hearing
Yeah,
is
I'm
by
reading that book.
hearing.
I'm reading a book
Yeah.
now. Um,
Yeah.
I forgot the name. um, Madaria Kadambini.
Oh, Madhurya Kandamini. That's a good one.
Yeah, I'm reading it
Yeah.
now.
Vishwanath Chakravarti.
I'm on the first stage.
Yeah. Great.
I have a lot of stages to go, but
Good.
but
Yeah.
listening to you
Yeah.
and seeing,
Chant the verses too. See,
I'm very expert in
what?
chanting
Go ahead.
Sanskrit.
Good.
But now I will shut up.
All right. Go ahead,
Uh,
Tom. Continue on.
yeah.
This
Okay,
is
it's up to you. Whatever
unprecedented.
Say something. Say something.
This is unprecedented, and in the entire creation, there is no parallel to you. This is unprecedented, and in the entire creation, there is no parallel to you. The nectar from your 2 lotus feet satiates and intoxicates Lord Shiva and Parvati. The nectar from your 2 lotus feet satiates and intoxicates Lord Shiva and Parvati. Rama, the goddess of fortune, constantly serves your lotus feet with great attention, and great sages sing incessantly in praise of your lotus feet. Lord Brahma worships you with great awe and reverence, and all the Shruti, Smriti, and Puranic Shastras glorify your lotus feet. As Lord Vamana, you covered the entire universe up to Satyaloka with your lotus feet. And Bali Maharaj surrendered his life and soul, laying his head at your feet. Oh, the holy Ganga emanates from your lotus feet.
The power of God is in the 2 lotus feet. What are those? If you analyze those 2 lotus feet, what are they, man? There and what is they say the other half of your body is your spouse, right? The other half. You split the body in half. You split right. You got 2 feet, right? Got 2 arms, 2 feet. See, and so. Um, the 2 feet, what it is to for them to move, they need some power, right? Some energy, some life. God and Krishna are they're like 2 halves of each other. See, there are 2 lotus feet, not just 1 lotus foot.
Yeah, the picture is frozen, but I waited a little. It's still frozen. Hare Krishna.
You can still hear me?
Now you're back again.
It'll unfreeze. Comes and goes this time. Yeah. So those 2. They reveal the conception because of the bhakti has the power to do that, and only bhakti has the power to reveal the true conception. Otherwise, people are lost in the maya because of misconceptions. See, they're causing you to miss the mark. See, you're always looking, you want to hit the target, right? But you're misconceiving of that target because you don't have the real, proper absolute truth. So you're always the goal shifting, this is the goal, and you get there, and that's over here. See, the Maya is always tricking you, always deceiving, deceptive. See, so the devotees who have real devotion, they're on the mark. On the mark, get set, go. See, so you're going now straight for the goal. Yeah. If you see from your piano, actually, I think that's enough for a while. That's enough. Okay, thank you very much, everybody, for coming. We'll have another fantastic show again soon. Do some prescribed duties here now. I'll have a smoothie this morning. We're ready for a fantastic show again soon.
Thank you.
Do some prescribed duties here now. I'll have a smoothie this morning. We're ready for a fantastic show. Just repeat that.
Thank you. I just love your smile.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Yeah, thank you. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Huh? Hare Krishna.
Yeah.